Hey guys, so I decided to make an artificial leg out of unconventional objects, and in my last video I asked you for suggestions on what materials to make the prosthesis out of. Thanks for all your suggestions. I picked this person who suggested stuffed animals. Specifically, it's going to be a leg composed of characters from the movie The Secret Life of Pets. The characters I've chosen include this hairy dog, Duke.
Oh my gosh, what happened to you?
The wiener dog, Buddy.
Great!
The rabbit, Snowball. The pug, Mel. Gidget, the American Eskimo dog, and yes, that's the real breed, I looked that up.
Help me!
And our adorable hero, Max.
Is it?
He's licking my nose. All right, step one. Here are all the parts that we're going to be using to build this prosthesis. The hands you're seeing right now are the hands of my assistant Lisa, who is a certified carpenter and a DIY ninja. In fact, you've probably seen some of her work before because she's done most of the hands-on construction for my Halloween costumes the past several years. To begin with, Lisa measured each animal with a length of tape in order to make sure they were all going to fit and to determine the best order in which to place them on the leg. Like any good surgeon, in order to make sure her incisions were straight, she began with a dotted line in the places in which she planned to cut. Although I will say that in the case of stuffed animals, these lines are a little bit disconcerting, maybe even creepy. Now, if you get squeamish at the sight of stuffing, you might want to fast forward through this next section. Okay, don't say I didn't warn you, but she's now going to use a seam ripper to cut open the animal along the dotted line. Now she's removing fluff from inside the animal to compensate for the space that's going to be taken up by the skeleton of the prosthesis. Don't worry, I know how it looks, but this process is completely painless for the animal. Now she dry fits the dog on the prosthesis and closes the seam with wonder clips. A simple whip stitch closes up the incision and also effectively sews the animal around the inner prosthetic skeleton. Now she repeats that process for each character, so we end up with an adorable prosthesis that looks like a stack of stuffed animals. Well, there you have it. I'm literally a dog walker. Haha, get it? Hashtag make it trend. The skeleton that we used to build this leg was actually traditional prosthetic components, and then we built the animals around. But if you guys like this concept, in the future I want to try to make legs entirely out of these sorts of unconventional objects, and then actually try on camera to take a step and see if the leg collapses or not. The series will be called Will It Walk? So in the comments, please give us your most fun and creative ideas on what to make a prosthesis out of, and then click on subscribe so you'll be the first to find out what we choose. Thanks for watching, and we should hang out sometime at a dog walking park.
AMPUTEE